Christian school. And what I loved about it is that I could pray with my students when they had problems. I could pray with their parents
Right.
when we disagreed.
Right.
It was wonderful.
Right.
My first experience was wonderful.
Wow, what a blessing that was, right?
Because it kept me going
Yeah.
and helped me hurdle the things that could have stopped me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you've met, I'm sure, other disabled people along the way that didn't have that great first experience or didn't get a shot. Have you ever seen that or?
Yes, I have, and I'll just say this. I pride myself in being willing to say what I can do and what I can't do.
Okay.
And I think that's a key to a handicapped person making it.
Okay, being willing to say what you can do. But you know what's interesting about that though, is I think that's the key for anybody.
Really?
Yeah, because awareness and pride and ego stops us from saying what we can't do. Now, I'm not
Introduced myself
saying
in a
that.
letter, my first parents, that
Right.
first year. And I think some handicapped people would have found that insulting and said, well, no, you don't make other teachers do that. But I was so hungry for a job and wanted to teach so badly that I said, sure. And I hope if he's seeing this, David Browell, thank you. I loved what you asked me to do. Just write a letter. Just explain yourself. Tell where you came from. Tell your degree. Don't forget to tell your degree.
Yes.
You are a degreed teacher, you know. And so I did. And I never had to write another letter any other year.
Wow.
Just that year. Because I got to know other parents and other students in the building, and everybody knew me. And I think that's another key is I try to make eye contact with people.
Yeah.
Because I love people, and they say they can
The
tell.
success then is connecting with others.
I do. I believe that. I love to connect with people and see what they're doing, how they're doing it. I see a little girl with just standing in front of the mirror down here at the bathrooms. And I said, honey, you're so pretty. She said, today's my birthday. So I ran and got my phone, took it to her classroom and said, would you take a picture of this little girl for me? So I could send it to her mom. You just get the moment, and it's so wonderful. And I think you said something in one of the workshops that really blessed my heart, is not thinking about the success of the whole event. Just get in that moment, and that is very meaningful.
Yeah, you can't attach yourself to the results
Right.
of what's going to happen. And that's tough,
Yeah.
especially as a teacher.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we're always into results.
oh my gosh, right? I mean, the best thing that happened that day was those teachers were like, you're not talking about core.
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
the superintendent, I said it could have been anybody. It wasn't that I was so awesome. It was the fact that I wasn't talking about core standards. Who watch this? Typically, they're entrepreneurs or who watches. And then I also have a son who has a disability. He's schizophrenic, which we have a nonprofit for that. So I have a couple different groups of people who follow what I do and how I serve people. And what you said is, be transparent. It's all about people, which in the end, everything is about people.
It really is.
Everything.
And if you can connect with a parent who is feeling bad about their child without just pumping up their child for no reason,
Right.
you can connect by talking about what they could do in the future. You can connect by reminding them of something their child did in the past that was super.
Right.
But to just go through life kind of with your head down, kind of not wanting to know what people are feeling. Sometimes people don't want to know what people are feeling because they don't want to have to feel that.
Yeah, they don't want to have to feel it. Right.
They don't want to have to feel it. And I don't mind feeling it. Well, physical barriers have not been that much of an issue because if I can't find a curb that I can step down, I just don't step down, I stay up.
Okay.
And if I can't reach something, I use something else. So physical barriers have not bothered me that much. When I came to this school, and I will come back and address what you're saying.
That's fine. You're fine.
When I came to this school and interviewed, they had just put that ramp going down to the cafeteria and gym area. And I went and saw all these little chalkboards down low. And I called my mom. I said, did they construct this school for me? And she goes, no, but God did.
Oh.
And so physical things, they come and go. You'll see them in this building and not in that building. I may not be able to get up on the top row to watch a ball game, whatever. But I have found that the only obstacle I have with people is if I've needed them and they willingly did something, but then I hear about it later in some other context. And they only do it maybe because they were proud of themselves that they did something helpful to me. That might be one reason.
Right.
I don't know the reason
Right.
really. But I always ask people permission if they'll help me. I say, no, don't do it if you don't want to. And I've given that liberty to people because I don't want them to help me if they don't want to. And I need a lot of different help.
So do you think people generally help because they want to help? Do you think people help because they feel obligated? What is your opinion on people and helping? It's a loaded question.
It is. It's really hard to know.
Because you want to believe everybody's good.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do think some people just help out of the goodness of their heart. But I really don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know why some people seem to feel offended. I asked a lady to get my dress out of the back of my pantyhose at the airport. And do you know what she said to me?
What?
And you can cut this out. This is so stupid. She goes, I've got a plane to catch. And walked out. I mean, it would have taken her the flick of her hand 1 second. But she said, I have a plane to catch.
And another woman.
A woman in the bathroom.
Oh dear. Well, she has no idea what karma she's fixing to have.
But I mean, it was so funny and so
But
stunning.
yeah, stunning. That would have to be just.
It was, but,
what's been
I
the
don't-
funniest thing anybody's ever said to you besides not helping you with the shirt out of your back of your
Oh, that
pantyhose?
was so funny. Okay, one thing that was really funny was, and this has happened more than once, maybe 5 times. The first thing a person says to you is your mom like that?
Really? That's surprising.
Is your brother or sister like that? They don't even, and they'll just put their hands like me. Yeah. Yeah. It is so amazing. Yeah.
No, they don't look like dolphins.
No, they weren't born folded.
Yeah.
I always tell people that I was kind of folded in.
Okay.
And the Bible says, from dust you have come, from dust you will return.
Oh.
So as my joints fuse, my shoulders are coming back in again.
Okay.
So it's very interesting.
Yeah.
My range of motion, I remember seeing ROM on my doctor's things when I was a little girl.
Right.
And he would always pull out on my arms, spread them out, And I'm just talking off the top of my head right now.
It's
so
perfect.
interesting.
No, it's perfect.
And I remember I thought, range of motion, that's interesting. I wonder if I could go up higher or whatever. So like if I'm brushing my teeth, I lay my hand up on the sink.
Right.
If I want to get some hair out of my eye, I might go lay my hand up on a handle, something higher.
Right.
And my range of motion, knowing that it's closing in on me, is a scary thing to me. I've thought about it a lot since I've been older
Right.
because I can't reach as far on the table.
So you're noticing
Yes.
it.
I'm
Okay.
noticing what he talked about when I was a girl. I'm really starting to notice it. I usually could lay my arm up on a tall dresser and reach the back of my hair with the hairbrush. And now I can hardly do that. So when you feel your world closing in, I'll say to students, come sit closer to me, honey, so I can point to this or that. So I feel it closing into me.
Right.
And I don't want that to bother me. This other didn't bother me, but why that's bothering me is odd to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to understand how to give up a little more.
Total acceptance.
Yeah, and I would like to say to the Lord, well, I already gave up being able to drive. I didn't mind that, Lord. You know, I already gave up, not being able to pick up my son like everybody else did, or
Right.
pick up my granddaughter now. But I don't want to lose the stretch that I used to be able to have,
Right.
where I could reach to the middle of the table and stuff. So that's one thing I'm dealing with right now,
Okay.
my range of motion.
Yeah.